Okay. Uh, Hello student. In this video I'm going to discuss with you the DNA fingerprinting details. Okay. Let us understand what is DNA fingerprinting, what is the use of it, and how this process is done, the technique. Okay. DNA fingerprinting, it is the process that was discovered by Alice Jeffrey, okay, in 1984. Okay, and there's a huge application of this. We will see the applications also. Let us understand first few basic things about this DNA fingerprinting. So when the fingerprints are actually tested, what exactly people look for, okay, in the DNA, what they actually try to find out in from the DNA. Okay, so it is the repetitive DNA sequence, okay, repetitive sequence of DNA that the researchers they look for while they are doing this process. Okay, now this repetitive DNA is something that is different from individual to individual. Means a short sequence of nucleotide molecules in a DNA that repeats the same sequence of nucleotide molecules repeats many times in a DNA strand. That is what is the concept of repetitive DNA. Okay, now this is what that we are different from each other. Okay, this repetitive DNA is the concept that make us different from each other. As we know, 99.9% there is similarities in the DNA in human population. Only 0.1% is different, and that 0.1% that we are looking for is the repetitive DNA that is different from person to person, except very close relatives. Okay, parents, for example, blood relation. Okay, now the next our concept is satellite DNA. What is this satellite DNA all about? Just 1 second. Okay, this satellite DNA, what is it? See, satellite DNA is nothing but is a type of repetitive DNA. We can say it's a highly repetitive DNA. Okay, so satellite DNA is nothing but a repetitive DNA, but it is highly repeated in a DNA sequence compared to the normal repetitive DNA. Satellite DNA repeats, the frequency of repetition is much more in number in a DNA. Okay, so highly repetitive sequence is known as satellite DNA. Now this satellite DNA is of two different types. We can categorize the satellite DNA. Okay, one is a short tandem repeats, which is 1 to 2 base pair long, I mean 2 to 3 base pair long only, very short segment, which is short tandem repeats. Okay, that is also we also call them as microsatellites or simple sequence repeats. Okay, another one which is 10 to 60 base pair long, that is the long tandem repeats. Okay, that is the mini satellite, we can say, or we can also name it as VNTR, that is variable number of tandem repeats. Understood? 10 to 16 base pair long. This is a long tandem repeat known as VNTR, variable number of tandem repeats, or mini satellite also we can say. So these are the two different types of satellite DNA, one short, one long. Understood? So ultimately the conclusion is that these are nothing but repetitive DNA. Okay. Now this is the VNTR sequence. It is the probe, it is the marker that is used as marker or probe in this DNA fingerprinting. We look for this VNTR in the DNA sequence specifically. Okay, so now let us get into this. One more concept is that DNA polymorphism. This is also there, very important. See what happens. I have a definition here. Let me read it for you. A difference in DNA sequence among individuals, groups, and or population. In a simple language, if you one line, a difference in DNA sequence among individual groups or population. These differences arise from base substitution, base insertion, or base deletion. Means I'm talking about mutation, any kind of mutation. Okay, so mutation may arise in somatic cells or in the germ cells. If mutation occurs in the germ cells, it is passed on to the offspring obviously, and if it is happening in the somatic cell, it is not going to transmit to the next generation. So if an individual mutation, if a inheritable mutation is observed in a population at high frequency, understood? I am repeating it, that if, see, as I said, that the mutation, if it occurs in the germ cell, it inherits, and if an inheritable mutation is observed in a population at high frequency, it is called DNA polymorphism. Okay, very simple concept here. Now let me get into the DNA fingerprinting technology process. What happens is that, see, first of all, DNA fingerprinting, first of all, a cell is collected obviously, okay, from where the DNA needs to be isolated. So the first step is isolation of DNA. Okay, so from the collected cell substance, so collected cell, the DNA needs to be separated out, isolated from the cell by the process of centrifugation. So centrifugation is the process. You have to remember the steps in sequence and which methods are used for a specific purpose, that you have to remember. So for separating or isolation of DNA, okay, from the cell, the process is centrifugation. This is the first step. Second step is amplification of the DNA. Now what is amplification? See, the part of the DNA which is extracted from the cell by centrifugation, it is of very small size, and to determine the VNTR from the small size and to hybridize it becomes very difficult. That is why this small sequence of DNA and needs to amplify, so that that we are looking for the repetitive DNA sequence, the VNTR, it will be easier to understand, to see, to observe. So amplification, it needs to be amplified, means multiplication, multiply, okay, by the process of PCR, polymerization chain reaction. By this process, the DNA needs to be amplified. Clear? This is the second step. Third step is what? Fragmentation. Now the DNA which is amplified needed to be fragmented into pieces. Okay, fragmented, and for that purpose there is a use of an enzyme, or restriction endonuclease enzyme, which is also known as molecular scissor. This enzyme needs to be used for the fragmentation purpose of the DNA. This is the third step. Okay, I am repeating it for you. First step is isolation by centrifugation. Second is amplification by PCR technology. Third is fragmentation by restriction endonuclease enzyme. Fourth step is separation of DNA fragments. Once the DNA is fragmented, it needs to be separated from each other. The smaller fragment, the larger fragments needs to be separated from each other by the process of agarose gel electrophoresis. Clear? Agarose gel electrophoresis is a nutrient medium. It's a plate we fill with agarose gel, okay, made up of mainly from gelatin and extracted from the marine algae mainly. Okay, so this is a nutrient rich medium where the DNAs are kept, okay, and on both the sides of the gel plate, cathode and anode is connected, okay, positive and negative charge. And as you know, DNA is negatively charged, it will be attracted towards the positive electrode. Understood? So this is how the larger molecules will be separated fast. Okay, separated faster. It will be separated. It is going to separate first, then the lower one, smaller size one. This is how the fragments will be separated from each other. Next step. Next step is this separated DNA now needs to be visualized under ultraviolet radiation after applying a suitable dye. Using a suitable dye is very important, as we know that while to look at the cells, under microscope, we stain it, otherwise it is not possible to look into different structure of the cell. Same in the DNA, it needs to be used, we have to use dye here, suitable dye. Particularly here ethidium bromide. Ethidium bromide is the dye which is used here, and it is done, and after dyeing it under ultraviolet radiation, the DNA can be visualized. Next step is that transfer of the DNA fragments. It means that from the agarose gel medium, the fragmented DNA which are now visualized needs to be transferred to a you can say it's a nitrocellulose medium or nylon medium. Okay, it needs to be DNA needs to be transferred from one medium to the next another medium, from agarose gel medium into nitrocellulose or nylon medium. This transferring process, okay, is known as southern blotting. Understood? By this process, it's a name is given, just simply need to transfer. Okay, so after that, what happens is that once it is transferred, the next is the hybridization. Now it's a very simple. On the screen, the total gene mapping is visible, that which are the locations, means we have already dye we have used here. So the VNTRs are clearly visible now on the screen. Okay, now it can be hybridized. Already collected DNAs which are needed to be matched with the DNA that we have done it now. Just need to drag the genetic map on the probe sequence of the DNA, the VNTR. Once we hybridize this, last option is observation. We just need to find out, okay, where the matching is, the VNTR is a matching or not, which DNA samples are matching with the VNTR of the this marker DNA part. Okay, whichever will be matching with the VNTR sequence, okay, that will be decided. Like in the NCERT other books, it is given a C is kept as a DNA map which is showing VNTR, okay, and with which the sample DNA is needed to be matched. We can say the suspect's DNA needs to be matched. Suspects are suspect A, suspect B. Suspect A's DNA sequence is also there, VNTR sequence. Suspect B is also there. So first suspect A's DNA needs to be hybridized, okay, and if it is matching the sequence, it in the book edition it doesn't match. B's DNA sequence are brought and it is hybridized. Now it matched. So it means to say whichever you bring, if it matches the DNA sequence or the VNTR, if it is matches, okay, that is the person that you are looking for. Okay, so this is what the different steps in a proper sequence of DNA fingerprinting. You have to remember the steps in and the methods which are used in this technology. Okay, it's a very simple concept. There is no such diagram that you need to draw, but there is a diagram in the NCERT. If you want, you can draw that. Okay, the sequence in a to be maintained properly, and the terminologies, the methodologies which are there needs to be written properly. Okay, so I hope it's it will clear to you the DNA fingerprinting technology. There are terminologies that we have discussed is very important. Short questions will be asked from this method, if not long questions coming on the explanation of technology. Okay, many short questions can develop from this concept. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the video. If any doubt comes in your mind, you can communicate with me. Thank you so much.